Hello, I'm Mr. Nichols, an English teacher at Manio High School. This spring, I will be teaching a Period 1 English 3, a Period 2 English Credit Recovery, and a Period 3 English 3 Honors. I will get to the credit recovery in a little bit, but first let me speak a little bit about the English 3 classes. Both of them are on basically the same curriculum. The honors has more challenging texts and more challenging writing, but the timing is about the same for both of them. Both of them focus on reading and writing skills and the grammar, syntax, and punctuation knowledge that's needed to do both well. The readings for the class will be primarily nonfiction, argumentative, persuasive texts relevant to the lives of the students, and our studies will focus on evaluation of texts for the quality of the sources, the logical fallacies, and cognitive bias that they may contain. Writing will focus on argumentative essays using Teal paragraph format. Reading assignments will primarily be from Common Lit, and we're going to be doing our writing through No Red Ink. During remote learning, students will be expected to attend class online every day to keep their cameras on, their faces visible, and to participate actively. Remote learning is real school, and real learning can take place if we all take it seriously and put in the work. I'll do my best to stay in touch with students and parents so that we can work together to make every student successful while we work remotely. Let me say a word about social and emotional health because these are strange times. I do care for all my students, and I realize that many of them and many of their parents are under considerable stress and pressure, both emotional and financially. Many students must watch over younger siblings or must work to help support the family. Because of this, I will try to be flexible on due dates, but I also encourage students to keep up with the work so they don't fall behind and get discouraged. I will make myself available for private tutoring over Google Meet during my office hours of 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. I'm also happy to put students in contact with other professionals if they need additional assistance. I understand the stresses that my students are under, and I will attempt to be flexible and understanding. But at the same time, understand that most of y'all are juniors, and as juniors, my students are approaching the end of their high school careers, and they'll soon be shouldering the responsibilities of adulthood, either in college or in a career. And because of this, I do hold my students to high standards, and I expect them to take responsibility for their decisions and their actions. While I will be sympathetic to individual situations, I do believe that requiring students to learn to motivate themselves, to be responsible for themselves, and to advocate for themselves will help them once they graduate high school. As far as our schedule, as I said, classes will be held each day on Google Meet according to the published daily schedule. I will send that out by email. And students will be expected to join the Google Meet by the beginning of their class period, a couple minutes early if possible. I will be providing my lesson plans for the coming weeks every Friday for the coming week, and I will send out daily emails listing the day's activities. I'll use class time for direct instruction, but I will try to make lessons available for students, video lessons available for students who are not able to attend the class. All materials needed for lessons and activities will be available on the lesson plan sheet, Google Classroom, and the daily activities emails. My class rules, we'll work on those together to an extent, but the norms I expect in the Google Classroom Meets, or the Google Meets, are listed on a separate Google Slides presentation that I'll attach to the email I send this to you. Grading assignments will be posted by Friday afternoon on the lesson plans and will be due by 11:59 p.m. the following Friday. If the assignment is not submitted on time, it will receive a 0 grade, although I will give a grace period of 2 weeks to turn in past due work with no late penalty. It's the responsibility of the student to send me an email or a message on Google Hangouts if they submit late assignments, so I can find it, so I know that you did something, because I don't automatically go back every day and check all the old past due assignments. So It's I'm likely to miss it if you don't let me know. So it's very important that you take responsibility for letting me know when you turn in something late on No Red Ink or Google or I'm sorry, Common Lit. Um, all right, minimum test score of 70 for English 3 Standard and 80 for English 3 Honors. If you don't hit that minimum score, automatic retest. If second attempt doesn't hit the minimum grade, then I'll just put in the best of the two that you have. Writing assignments will, for the most part, focus on argumentative writing, will be in teal paragraph format. Teacher will assess each submitted writing assignment according to a rubric. We'll make notes on the assignment, and if needed, we'll return the assignment to the student for revision. That's both. So we will have some quick writes and such that aren't quite as rubric heavy. Second submission will be graded according to the rubric, and that grade will be entered into the grade book. Now, I look forward to blazing more new trails as we figure out how best to manage remote learning. I think we're getting better at it. I'm feeling a lot better about it. And I will do my best, as I say, to be flexible and understanding and respond to student needs. And I ask each of you, parent and student, to be flexible and understanding as well as we progress on this journey. We all have the same goal, making every student successful. Working together, we will find a way to do so. Now, let me say a couple of words before I end the video. Credit recovery. I will need everybody to show up Wednesday, and we'll talk about some differences for the credit recovery classes, but I don't want to go deep into that on this. So I'll send out emails to everybody with schedule. Please do show up a little early so we can hit the ground running, and looking forward to the year.